Hello and welcome to the channel. Here I am again, and today we'll be doing Hiram's walk in Chiswell all the way out to Jacob's Well along Chesil Beach. So come and join me on my 2-mile journey up to Jacob's Well. We'll see what we can see. There's some points of interest, so we'll see what we discover on our journey. And this is down as well. This video wouldn't be possible but for a book called Mysterious Portland by Biltcliffe. I'll put the details below in the description and comments, and if you want to read the book yourself, then you can, can't you? So yep, I'll turn you around and we'll go for a little walk. All right, I'll see you there. Okay, right, we're walking up quite a windy day today. There's a mist setting in. We're actually walking up Pebble Lane. You can probably see on the camera where all these pebbles are an overlay from Chesil Beach, which is up there to my right, stacked quite high. We'll have a look at the rest of that as we make our way through Chiswell and its historic points. Chesil Beach and the pebbles is the foundation to its sea defence, or the defence to the sea, because Chiswell as a village is a low-lying area susceptible to a lot of flooding. We'll explain that a bit later on in the video, so bear with me. You'll see a lot of buildings like that one, probably dating back to at least the 17th century everywhere. Some of them have been wiped out because of the floods. And on Portland, they don't have lanes or twittons, they have opes. Ope meaning a clearing, just something they have. There's one here called No Ope, sorry with a great sense of humour. Another one with a lure, Ope, which is the boat you get here in Chesil Beach with 2 pointed ends, specially made for dealing with the pebbles and getting it back up and down the beach, which is important, as you'll see, because the Chesil Beach itself is very high up and steep. But our first call is, as you can see, a very misty Portland today, with the Cove House pub in the background. By the way, it was a few years ago, there was a high wave that came over the sea defences and went over the pub and took some of its windows out, and there's a video on YouTube where you can witness it happening. But, first port of call, a few specks of rain at the moment, but we're okay, is known as the Deadman's House. This is where the dead used to be put after washing up on the Chesil Beach following a shipwreck. Somewhere to put the bodies. There have been many wrecks on the Chesil Beach, loads dating right back. I can't even go into that right now, so many, but I've been reading up on the Golden Grape, the De Hoop, there's loads of them. It's just hard to pin down a specific subject at the moment. And over here was a Methodist Church, I believe. In 1816, some dissidents of the church decided to form their own group and go off over the road to practice witchcraft. Oh, hello, sorry about the interruption. I was just interrupted very politely by a nice couple from Italy and Somerset that was wondering what I was doing, and I was able to inform them that the property that they were staying at, that we're looking at, Ranters Lodge, was a former Methodist church. So as I was saying, the dissident Methodists then left and went and practiced witchcraft over the road, and if we just walk down this ope, bear with me, they'll perform their own rituals, I suppose, ways of worship in the traditional old Portland ways. Arguably, we should come out at Conjour's Lodge. Now hold on a minute, let's just see. Here we go, right down here, over the road, There it is, Conjour's Lodge. So just crossed the busy Chesil Beach Road. Try not to film anybody. Quite busy along here. By the way, you get a decent bus service into Weymouth for £2 at the moment, single fare, one bus every 15 minutes, Monday to Friday. And over the road, here we go, nice and safe. Okay, there's Conjour's Lodge. That's where the Methodists broke off between 1816 and 1826 to go and practice witchcraft. I don't know what role this building plays now, but it's an incredibly interesting one, to say the least. Okay, right, let's go and let's take up the sea defences on Chesil Beach. Okay, bear with me. Okay, we're just walking up Brandy Lane now. Give you an idea, we used to go on along here back in the days of smugglers. Well, here it is, here's the sign, Brandy Lane. Look at that. There we go, as we rejoin Hiram's walk. Hiram, a Victorian quarryman, I understand from the book, and it's named after him. So we cut up here as quickly as we can. You can see, I mean, here, as well as worth a mention, the village is called Chiswell, and this is where the original Chiswell is. But they've, like a lot of the wells in Portland, filled them in and created things with them, so this has been created as a car park. So off we go again on a very grey and misty Portland day. Don't let that put you off, it's still quite warm. Get a lot of surfers and divers and swimmers up here. All good stuff, keeps the place alive. A lot of wreck diving going on up here. There's Brandy Lane. Let's go over the gutter of a very ancient blocked up sea defence by the looks of it. And there you go, here, down here to there's Tot Cottage. There's a disused one down the end there. And Brandy Lane, Chiswell. It all at some point in time had flood damage by the looks of it. But yeah, you could quite imagine, couldn't you? Smugglers and seamen, maybe the odd pirate coming out here. Of course, Chiswell being the most ancient port on the island, and everything came in through this side, the Lime Bay side, known as Deadmans Bay, nicknamed by Thomas Hardy. So it gives you an idea of a feel of the atmosphere here. Once upon a time, it said on a stormy night you can hear the screams of people from the wrecks drowning. Many a wreck out there in Lime Bay, I can tell you. Let's have a look at this. Once it was either a fisherman's shed or a house, not quite sure which. Take a look at this. And here, look. Incredible. So up there is the coastal path. We're not taking that today. We're going down this way along the sea defences. So I'll see you there in a minute. Here we are. We're along what's known as the West Weirs. The mounds of earth you can see up there. We'll get a bit closer as we go along. I mean, we've passed the most important, but I'll put a picture up at the end of the video showing you where it is. I had the privilege of shooting it, taking the photo from someone's house. It's actually turning back to these mounds, they're actually called Barrows. It's believed that around the ancient times, probably pre or maybe during Saxon time, that the dead would be buried crouched down or squatting into these barrows to be given back to the earth, back to the pagan gods. They were also used by various seamen and sailors as navigation points, and the one the most famous recorded one is Owl Mount in Chiswell itself, and again I said I'll put that up at the end of this video, because it's not actually accessible, but it's the only one that's actually recorded, but as you can see they're all intact, they've not been destroyed. And what happened on Portland when the Victorians arrived and started quarrying, they started destroying a lot of the dolmen and Barrows. If you get a chance to have a look at Portland Museum, it's worth looking at the Roman coffins that have been dug up by quarrymen, and of course we've lost so many of these ancient sites during the development and quarrying of the island, so just a point there to mention. Right, and then I'll just switch you off here. Here we are again. I did mention earlier how important the pebbles of Chesil Beach are in sea defence. So in previous storms in the spring tides, it's actually pushed the pebbles back onto the road and across the carriageway of the road, and thus lowering the height of the beach. So what they did, they built these sea defences in the cove, or Deadmans Bay, depending what you want to call it, to protect the village and the island from the sea. The people would get flooded out. So take a look at that. Oh, that is beach. You can't see it today because it's a misty day. Stretches about 39 kilometres, 20 odd miles, all the way to Abbotsbury to the left, with a pool called the Fleet behind it, which is an area of sea that was created by the Portland roads over the other side of the harbour over there. So we'll continue now on Hiram's Walk. Here we go. I've done this a few times. It's a lovely stroll. All these beach huts, and up there you can see the cliffs, and it looks like a giant, doesn't it, that has just got hold of boulders and thrown them over the side of the island. But the first quarrying actually was to chip away at the cliffs and not go inland and burrow downwards as the Victorians did. And that it was the Victorian burrowing that resulted in a lot of the industrialisation and destroying of the ancient sites, and a lot of forts and castles, redoubts were built and used during certainly World War I, World War II, and the Cold War. If you look down here, you'll see all the wasted stone. I think it's limestone. I'm no expert. I believe it's limestone because Portland was called the White Island. So what they did, they then converted their digging, their quarrying inland. It became more industrial, and you can't see it today because it's too misty. But they built several forts 500 feet up above sea level on old ancient iron forts and dolmens, and they built prisons that destroyed dolmens, so all that was lost, unfortunately. Although the Victorians made great buildings and terrific engineers, but I think this is an exception. They destroyed an awful lot here in their pursuit of industrialisation. But it's said out there, you might have seen in my previous videos, that if you can see the big seahorse, or sea monster, some people call it, called Veasta, that shows itself on a solar eclipse sometimes. An interesting bit of folklore, to say the least. Hello. There we go. Now making our way along Hiram's Walk. We're not far, I believe, from the well. I might lose my bearings. You're talking to a man that can't even read a simple map to find a bookshop, as some have witnessed recently. That's not here. It's after the last. Now look, right there. There's a barrow right there. left alone. The island was covered in them by the ancients, it's led to believe. Let's keep walking round. Out in the bay here you get dolphins at this time of year, and you get seals in winter. So this is filmed in August, and up here we go, is Jacob's Well. It must be known as Silver Well, and I believe that Hiram carved out some stones. I don't know where they are, with the word Veasta in them. But here you can see there's the well there. There's the spring. Comes out of that rock there. In there. This would have been considered very holy by the ancients. There we go. John Henry Jeans. Little memorial there. You must have enjoyed coming up here or something. There's a bit of a memorial plaque. There we go. I don't know if you can see that. There we are. There we go. It comes out of there, a spring. All the towns on Portland, or most of them, I believe, probably more, have wells, all named after wells. Of course, fresh water being the source of all survival and life. A lot of the towns are built up around them, so that probably gives you a better view down there. A natural spring well. Like that, ladies and gentlemen. And with that as your view, you're supposed to look out there and keep an eye out for Veasta, the 12-foot seahorse. I think would probably be a better description. There we go. Look. All these rocks, wasted boulders from quarrying, and of course making great habitat for wildlife. Well, that's me done. I'm the Sussex Smuggler. Captain James Bollinger's the name. Do like, subscribe, leave a comment, and thank you for that lovely couple that I met outside Conjour's Lodge on the beach, or just behind the beach. If you're watching, thank you very much, and safe travels everybody, stay safe now and take care. See you on the next one. Cheerio, bye. A bit of an addition of footage here that I should really have panned round the cove just to give you an appreciation of it, even on a misty day. Totally gorgeous. Look how still it is. Might even go for a swim later. There we go. I'll put this in as well as the Owl's Mound, which contains a Saxon prince, believed to have been killed in battle against either the Danes or the Vikings, or something like that, according to local folklore. And of course the book Mysterious Portland. There we go. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. How tranquil is that? Thank you very much. I'm finally signing off. You've been watching Sussex Smuggler, and I'm Captain James Bollinger, and it's been an absolute privilege to bring you this video. Thank you and goodbye.